Hi, this is Linda with KC Creations by Linda, taking you on a tour of my latest creation. It is called Vintage Sewing, and everything that I used to make this journal is from Daisy Avenue, and I'll put a link to her store in the description box. It is a hardcover. It measures, 9 by 6, and it has a 4-inch spine. On the front, I've outlined it with some lace that I have tied the bow with. We've got some real spools of thread, a little pattern here from Butterick. It's 15 cents. If you've bought a pattern lately, you know they're $5 plus. Here's a real bobbin wound with thread, a little decorative pin cushion with 2 pins sticking out of it, and some decorative buttons. It does have 3 signatures that are tied in with twine, so they are removable if you wanted. There's your back. And there's our airplane. I think they know when I do videos. I have some lace here that I've made into a big bow there. Opens up. There's your inside front. Beautiful satin Victorian dress. And here is the first signature. It is tied with some torn sari silk. I've got a little flip here. And I have made all of the pockets throughout the journal complete the image underneath. And here's a pattern piece. It's the sleeve front. And this comes from her burlap and lace. And I just love these little things. They're so cute. I glued some lace on there. We've got 3 little buttons. And all the cards and tags are backed with another layer of cardstock, so they're very durable, and you can write on the back also. Here is just an advertisement for Irish linen. And a little sewing card, little metal eyelet. And it swings open. Angled pocket here, again, completes the image. And here is a little advertisement for Superior Steel needle paper. And a little button card. And a little receipt from the haberdashery. We have a flip here. Little torn pocket holds these little cards, and these are little pins that are sticking out of the hole there, and I've put baby back pearls on each one of the little tops of the pins. There's just a little envelope, and up here it says Notions. And there's some hooks and eyes, and I sewed a real hook and eye onto the card. And just a pretty little envelope. And it opens this way. Big pocket here. Put story, and it's got a real little baby safety pin there. And it's got a little notebook filled with double-sided paper, and I believe there is 6 pages in it. And this particular pattern of the paper, if you've ever made a men's suit, this is what they recommend, because there's so many angles, and there's 232 pieces to make a men's full suit. Here we've got a big pocket, completes the image, the dress, everything they're going to use. Pretty embroidery card. And there's some French cotton. I put a little metal brad there for the bulb of the pin. Cute little card. Ribbon card. And here is the bodice. Some people call them bustiers. It's one of the fussy cuts that come in the kit. Then it opens up. This closure is a very pale peach, kind of beigey ribbon. It's got two little flips here. There's another button card. There's some snap fasteners, and I sewed some real ones on there. Little card. And it flips open. Another button card. And when I decided to do this, every time you see a sewing journal, you see all the stitching all around the cards, and I decided I wanted to do something different for a change. So what I did was embellish all the cards. There's a little button on that one. Here's where they're buying some lace, little receipt. Another little button card there. Little envelope. I put a little snap on that as it's just decoration. And a little pocket there. Got some little flat back pearls there. Another sewing card. And here I have a big acetate belly band that holds these cards. Beautiful lace. There's a pattern. Cut, fold, grain lines. And then on this side, this is some gold chiffon ribbon. I have a flip here. It's the little velvet remnant. This is just an embroidery hook. I tied some embroidery thread on it. Little card, the lace hanging off the side there. And one of our little pins with the flat back pearls. And it opens up. Another pocket there. Another swatch of wool suiting. Again, little pearls. Little pearl here and some more lace on the top. Put on this side. See how I've got this going here. Got a flip up here. And I've got some samples of some of the cotton fabrics there to match the cotton there. It's held on with a little tiny safety pin. There's the little pearls again. Button card. I've got 3 buttons on there. They're all different. And it flips open. You've got a flip going this way. Made a pocket here. Little swatch of material. Here's another one. We've got some lace. We have a little gold shiny rose there. Little journal card there. And up here, I've covered this one entirely in lace. And we've put a little bow there on it. Here we've got a little swatch of real material. Another little pattern stuck on the side. And a little sewing envelope. And it flips open this way. You've got some journaling places here. It's just a receipt for yards of material. And in the center, see how it completes the image. You've got another pattern piece. Nice journaling card. And everything has been distressed ink all around the edges. And it opens this way. This is some yellow twine. Got a little flip going this way. Right here we have a little, it's for pure Irish linen. I don't know if you can see those. These are real little buttons that I glued on there. They are teeny tiny. here you've got some more. These are a little bit bigger buttons. And a little heart button there. There you are. I knew there was another one that went there. Little swatch of ribbon to match the little swatch there. It's held on by a safety pin. And it opens up. Little pocket here. Another little notebook. Also, you can write there. And I think it's got 6 or 8 double-sided papers in it. This is just some variegated yellows and orange baker's twine. Little flip here, little flip there. And here I put one of the fussy cuts, and this is a metal needle. This tailor, put a little piece of lace there, little pink button, sewing machine, and down here we have a little button. It's a spool of thread with some thread wrapped around it, little fussy cut there, another little snap, a sewing card. And you flip open, and we've got some big buttons here. This, excuse me, is a big wooden button there. And in the center, we've got these big cards. There's a fabric swatch. Here are some little safety pins, some different laces that are on the card. There's the beautiful lace card underneath. Get everybody going right here. Here we go. And another little pattern piece for a bodice. And then this signature is tied with some torn sari silk. The little flip here, and I've cut out a side band there and fussy cut some of the vintage ladies and glued them on there. Pattern for a skirt. And another swatch of French cotton. Little envelope with some lace. And it swings open. Nice journaling spot here. Then I've got a flip going this way. Put a little safety pin there. It's for these cards. And it shows you can even sew the pocket there if you wanted. This is some black lace, and I put some black lace over the top of it. And I just cut out around the pattern there. And it flips open. We've got a pocket here. I put some crocheted lace, 3 little buttons, and this is some woven decorative jute. There's these little cards. Some lace with a little button on it. Oops. A little card with some crocheted lace. Little journal card with a ruler all around it. And up here in this pocket, Empire needles, little envelope, and a little card with a scallop of lace on it. And it swings open. This is tied with some white lace. I have a little flip here. Another pattern piece for a sleeve. And the little burlap, and I put some crocheted lace and 3 little decorative buttons. Seamstress choice needle paper. And a little card, little button, and some tiny little lace on it. Pocket here. It's for a collar. There's another one, crocheted lace, 3 little buttons. These are real buttons. Button there. Flip going this way. And I just cut out around the paper there. And we've got pretty lace cards, and I put lace on each side. Patterns, illustrations of how they're going to design the dress. And another little swatch of cotton. It's got the little brad in it for the top of the pin. And it opens up. We have a side band, little buttons there. Their little sewing envelope. This is for lace, and I glued a piece of lace there. Put a little silver brad for the pin. And there's a skirt pattern. And then here I cut around the image. That's exactly what's underneath. Here they are designing. They've got their notes on how they're going to make the skirt. And another bustier. And another pattern for, I believe it is for the top of the dress. And then over here, this little wrapped around the little buttons. There's a tiny little button on the end. It's got a flip. It's 3 cards, and this is the mechanics of the sewing machine. Sewing machine card. Little envelope. We've got material, and then we've got writing material and the pretty embroidered flower on it. That swings open. And down here, this one, we've got a fashion packet. And these are all cut out around the image that's underneath. You can see there's the bobbin and the bobbin housing. There's a fashion packet, a little envelope, and a little receipt. And then it opens up, and you have these 2 big cards here. And I've just put some lace on the top. This is a little faux bolt of material. Cut out 2 of the fussy cuts of spool of ribbon. This little wooden spools of thread, and then we've got our buttons on top of it, and a little bobbin there. And then on this one, we've got these big buttons. And I cut out the spools, little label, pin cushion, and the scissors. And those fussy cuts do come in the kit. And it opens again. This is some pale blush ribbon. We've got a little flip here. It's the image. Little embroidery hook. And some cotton. Little pearls again. And it flips open. Angled pocket. Cotton swatch. And on this one, there's some crocheted lace and little button. On this swatch here, I cut around the pattern in an arc there. Got a little envelope with a little button there. And one of our little burlap and lace cards, crochet lace, 3 little buttons. It swings open. Again, I cut at an angle there. And here's this little card. Each one of these is a real button. Just a little swatch, little baby pearls again. Then here's a big belly band. Completes the image of the sewing machine. These 2 cards. And this is your actual journal, and the pages are tied to this cover, and the cover is tied to the spine. So all you have to do is just slide it out, and then when you find your center, you can slide more pages under there if you would like. And there is, let's see, 48 double-sided surfaces here, all the pages. 12 pages folded in half, 12 on each side. Gives you 24. And there's your back. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate your time. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. Until next time, stay crafty. Bye-bye.